Good luck to all the casual viewers because you guys have no idea what has happened in the house. And you're hearing it from secondary sources, so you think that people are blowing it out of proportion, but they're not. Apparently in season 21, racism, sexism, and misogyny are all okay. Unless they're shown on the feeds, then they are preempted, and more than likely in this season, we won't see any of it, from what it seems to me, because of the fact that everything for the most part has been cut and edited to make both Jack and Jackson look good. But from one live feeder to a casual viewer, those two have said a lot of stuff and done things. That's all I'll say to that. Hey guys, I'm Sage Valentine and I'm back here to review another episode of CBS's Celebrity... No, because I was thinking about Celebrity Big Brother Season 3. CBS's Big Brother Season 21, episode number 6. So let's just get down to it. Pretty much this was another episode filled with filler. Kemi was missing. We didn't even see her really, and Jessica got one segment, and that was right before she spoke to Jackson. No, I'm not gonna mess up like the person on CBS did. Jack. So that's how this episode went. It was all basically the Jack and Jackson show, because that's pretty much how this season has been. I've been watching this show for, this is now 21 seasons, and this show has definitely changed a whole lot in ways that those of you who just started watching this show don't even understand. And if you have not watched the first couple seasons, go back and watch them, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about now. Jack is the HOH. David and Ovi are in Camp Comeback. And the house guests are shocked by Camp Comeback, and as per the edit, it makes it seem like the house guests were so happy to see David and everything, and they were to an extent, until all the jokes started and the comments, and Jack acting like a gorilla, go hoo 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 hoo, like he's David, or Annalise being afraid, and Holly being afraid of David, or the comments on a side note also about Kemi being the B word, the C word, a villain, and cancer, and everything else. But casual viewers, you guys are not going to see that. Live feeders, you guys know what I'm talking about. So Ovi is ready to get back into the game. Catherine feels safe. Jackson is very worried that David will come after him for what he did. He talks to David. He said he doesn't blame him. He was trying to set him up to come back in. Right, Jackson, right. And he said that David knew, or he knew that David would be back. Right, I don't believe any of that crap. And hopefully you guys don't believe any of that. No, Jackson purposely set up David so David would be the one to not come back. It is what it is. And Jackson was saying some pretty colorful things about David as well. If you want to know about that, go look through social media and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Jackson tells Ovi he tried to help him and he couldn't. And Ovi said his nightmare power is now dormant, but I guess when he returns to the game, it will go back into effect. Jack tells Jackson, or Jack and Jackson are chatting, and in fact, I think it was it Jack that spoke to Ovi? I get confused with those two, even though they don't look alike. Like, they might as well be twins in this house because they both think alike, and they are in this showmance or whatever. Jackson tells Jack that he spoke to Ovi, and he said that Ovi still wants to work with him, or them. David says he's a blank slate. David and Kat became very close on the feeds. For those of you who don't have the feeds, they became close, and David kind of wants to work with Kat a little bit. Kat tells David to sit back. She wants him on her side, and she tells him there are no alliances, and David's just like, nah, there are plenty of alliances. She's like, no, there are no alliances. I'm just like, oh, Kat. Oh, poor baby. Ovi is not upset at Nicole. I guess he trusts Nicole now. Nicole tells Ovi all that was going on and how Jack and Jackson basically played him for a sucker. Then we get to the Whacktivity competition that included Tommy, Jack, Jackson, Holly, and Sam. It involved these cute snakes. I'm probably the only person in the world who thinks snakes are cute. I think they're adorable. Jack won the power. And he tried to play it off and act like it was either Sam or Tommy, but Holly was just like, nah, I had a gut feeling that it was you who won the power. And obviously he did. Jack's power is known as the Chaos Power. He can force a new veto if he does not like who's competing in the veto and make the HOH change their veto choices. Honestly, that power is kind of boring in comparison to the Nightmare Power. I mean, Bailey, Swaggy C, aka Chris, Winston, and Brett pop up on this video that the house guests saw in the living room, and it's all about CBS's show Love Island that they have been doing like double duty trying to promote for the past month or two, basically since the summer began, as far as I remember. They've been trying to promote this show, and basically this show will come into play during the veto competition, and because of that, the winner of the veto will get a trip for two to Fiji. So all of a sudden, there's this segment about Jackson dumping Kat for Holly, and they basically made Kat look desperate. Now, Kat is many things, but desperate, nah. Kat's a little like wacky and a little bit silly, but desperate, nah. Jack considered voting or nominating Kat and doing so for Jackson, so Jackson didn't have to deal with Kat. Yeah, that's the type of misogyny we're dealing with. That's only the tip of the iceberg, casuals. Only the tip of the iceberg. So then Jackson all of a sudden said, and he's referring to Kat, that the juice isn't worth the squeeze. That is the most misogynistic thing I have ever heard on Big Brother. I was just like, yeah, casuals, this is what we're dealing with. Disgustingness. And then we see another little segment where Jackson separates from Kat, and Kat picked up that Jackson's into Holly, and Jackson said Kat is a liability to his game, and I'm just like, all you had to do is just say you don't want to sleep with her anymore. Like, you went through all of that, and then he thought that Kat was all up into him, and she really wasn't. Her diary room segment was pretty funny. So then this woman's alliance formed, and the alliance is called the Black Widows, and it was formed by Miss Isabella. And Jessica just named it the Black Widows. It included Kimmy, Bella, Jessica, and Nicole. The idea of including Bella into any type of alliance involving women, or especially involving Kimmy, made me kind of iffy, because for those of you, the casuals who don't know, Bella has been running back and forth telling everything that Kimmy tells her. Some friend, huh? But then again, in the game of Big Brother, I'm not surprised. I don't believe in friendships in the Big Brother house. I don't believe in showmances. A lot of stuff I don't believe in terms of this game. I don't believe in that stuff. If it happens outside of the game, or if it spreads to outside of the game, fine, but I don't believe in these like friendships because they're not organic to me. So Kimmy only trusts Bella, but she has no clue. Here's the key word. She has no clue that Bella's a snake. We feed watchers and those following the social media posts from those who are basically live blogging everything that happens in the house, we know that Bella's a snake. Kimmy doesn't know that. So Bella decides to turn on them, and she tells us that in her diary room segment. I wasn't even surprised when I found out this weekend, because Bella can't be trusted. She cannot be trusted at all. So let me get to the next page, because somehow I messed up my pages. Crazy. Anyways, Bella lied and said Jessica started it and wanted to start an alliance. And I'm just like, Bella, you started the alliance. Jessica just named it and was just all gung-ho for it. Well, all of a sudden, as Jack was trying to speak and say his piece during his diary room segment, the name popped up and it was Jackson. And I'm like, dude, that's Jack. Like, what is going on? Like, that's Jack, not Jackson. Like, don't confuse us anymore. So Jack tells Jessica, because he finally gets a chance to talk to her, what Bella said, but he doesn't tell her that Bella said it. And Jessica's just like, what is going on? I didn't start that alliance, and she didn't. According to the episode, the reason why Kimmy and Jessica were nominated was because they were in that alliance. No. If there was a list of reasons, that would be like at the bottom. Like if there were 50 reasons, that would be number 51. No. Jessica and Kimmy were nominated for some pretty rancid reasons that had nothing to do with that alliance. And if it did, very little. They were nominated simply because Jack is nominating just about every minority he possibly can, even though he does resemble a minority himself with that brown hue to his skin. I mean, it has to be said, a lot of people on social media were saying to me, I don't know where you're getting this from because it's probably a tan and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, if he looks like Jason Momoa, then more than likely he's a person of color. Like, get with it. There are very few white men who look like Jason Momoa. And that tan that Jack has doesn't look like he just laid out in the sun to have it. Like, he's a mixture of something and something. Something's fishy about Jack. But anyway, Jack ends up nominating Kimmy and Jessica. He respects them in their games. He doesn't talk much game with them because he outlawed the, quote, talking of game. The only people allowed to talk game to him and around him are a part of the 8, i.e. grateful. No one else is allowed to talk game. And he learned that they would target him from Bella. Bella said that. And he was not included in their alliance. Of course not. Because it was a woman's alliance. Like how... Oh boy. Like I said, the reasons why he nominated them are pretty clear. Pretty clear. I don't even have to repeat it. And he said that the reason he nominated them was simply because they're not a part of Grateful. Well, that's one reason. And another reason is because he has this vendetta against Kimmy, which some people online believe that Kimmy swerved him. Like, he tried to talk to her and Kimmy was just like, nah, I'm cool. And he took that to heart and he is using personal reasons. And before you get mad and go on the comment section or go down into the comment section and say, Sage Valentine, what are you talking about? Because if you listen to the videos, like find those videos because they're floating around. Or if you're watching the feeds, listen to the reason why Jack nominated Kimmy and why she's his target. It's not game related at all. There are reasons that other people have done, such as talking game and targeting this one and targeting. There is a personal reason as to why Jack targeted Kimmy. And it is not the reason that is shown on TV. Not at all. And if you're watching the feeds, you understand what I'm talking about. If not, start looking into the conversations and you'll see what I'm talking about. Now, Jessica is upset. She feels betrayed. She can't trust anybody. She doesn't know who ran back and told Jack. And Kimmy was just like, you know, Jack, you're stupid. If I was you, I would have backdoored you because I have a chance to win the veto. Now, you're probably like, Sage Valentine, how did that veto go? That's all I'll say. You all take care. I'm Sage Valentine. As you can tell, I'm just like meh about this episode and this part of the season. Hopefully Big Brother brings out a twist where the other side can get some footing, because if we have to spend all summer watching the Great 8 decimate the other side of the house only to decimate themselves, I mean, this is going to be so boring. I hope David does return, or I hope they have a twist in all 4 of those people who end up in Camp Comeback. Somehow, some way, get a chance to return to the game, because right now, this is crazy. And I've been watching this show since season 1, and I'm just flabbergasted. I'm also flabbergasted at the fact that the casting director said that anyone who has an issue with certain things on this show is not a real fan. I've been a fan since I was 15. That was a long time ago. I am a real fan. I am a true fan. I remember when this show was not liked by any publication, more importantly, Entertainment Weekly, and I remember telling people about Big Brother and they didn't know what the hell I was talking about. So I've been a fan for a long time. And I didn't take what she said to heart. I was just like, really? You want to go the Sleepy Hollow route and put us down and get mad because the super fans are not happy? Because a vast majority of fans are not happy with this season. But let me know what you thought of the episode. Leave me some comments below. To all of my subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing. And Patrick, I believe it's Patrick, thank you for watching my videos for this long and seeing me through all that you've seen me through, because you know I get so irritated at this show sometimes. But I continue to keep watching because unlike Survivor and my feelings towards Survivor, I'm kind of stuck on Big Brother, and I'm waiting for the day when a black woman wins US Big Brother. It'll happen one day. When, I have no idea, honestly. But I love you all. Take care, and I will see you during or after the next episode. That review might be late, though, because Scream Season 3 is coming out. But I'm going to get it out, though, before midnight. So, love you all. Take care, and I go live on Tuesday at 7 p.m. on TV Co. And I might go live on YouTube as well. I'll keep you posted. For those of you who are unable to get the TV Co app, I understand. So, love you guys. Bye, guys. Love you all. Bye.